Alright guys, this one is another one that wasn't really on my list. But I decided to go through Vudu. They have a bunch of free horror movies this month. They did last year, so that's why I went to check. And I found a movie I wanted to watch for a while. Haven't had a way to do so. I thought about buying it on Blu-ray when I was, buying the stuff for Halloween Horror Month, but I ran out of money. So, when I found it on Vudu, I had to watch it. You're sitting there wondering, if you didn't read the title of the video, what movie are you talking about? Well, if you read the title of the video, you know I'm talking about It Follows. I've heard a lot of things about this movie. Some people think it's good, some think it's great, some people think it sucks. I just see for myself. And let me tell you, I thought it was pretty good. Alright? So, as it goes, what's the story? The story is there is this entity that can be passed on through sex, essentially. And it starts with this teenage girl, this woman, whatever, this girl, running from something, and she runs to the beach, and the next shot we see, she's dead. And then it then cuts to Jay, our main character. She's on a date with this guy named Hugh. They're going on a movie date, and then he has sex with her, not that night, but the next night, and then he gives her chloroform, handcuffs her to a wheelchair, and tells her about what is going on. And essentially, it's an entity that follows you. If you have sex with someone, it'll pass it on to someone else. Once you get it, it will follow you until it kills you, and then it will go back for the person who gave it to you. So you're not really safe. You can pass it on, and you're safe for that point until it kills that person, then it'll come back for you every time. See, I was confused at first. I didn't understand it, because I thought once it killed someone, it was done. And so when that girl was killed at the beginning, I'm like, okay, if she's dead, how does it get transferred? If she doesn't transfer it, how does it get transferred? Well, then it's explained that it goes back for whoever transferred it in the first place. So that, keeps it going. I like that. So, like we do, let's go for the positives. The positives is I like the score to this movie, except for a couple instances where it was kind of loudish. Like there was, for instance, the scene where Hugh drops Jay off at the house. It's just or whatever kind of weird sound that hurt my ears. And there was one other time that it was obnoxiously loud. Other than that, I really like the score. It's a decent score. It's a great score. The characters aren't that bad. You got Jay, you got her sister, you got their friend and their other guy friend, and there's Greg. And Greg's kind of one note. You know that he and Jay have feelings for each other at some point, but they never do anything about it right away until this thing starting to happen, and then he has sex with her, and then he gets murdered by the thing, and afterwards she's like, oh, we slept together in high school. I'm like, then why was it such a big deal for you to play coy? You've been together before. Why you guys courting each other with your eyes or something? I don't know. I also like the way this thing works. Alright, well, I wouldn't want it to happen to me, personally. It can take the form of anyone you know to get close to you. Like, for instance, and this is kind of weird, but, when it's going after Greg, it looks like Greg. It's like knocking on the door. There's no answer, so it breaks a window, goes in, and when Jay goes in after it, it's then disguised as his mom. Yep. What? I know. You know, I'm okay with nudity in movies. You know, I welcome it. But why is this thing? Oh, we'll get to that, I guess. There is some boobies and butt cheeks in this. Yeah, we'll go with that. I also like the idea that you need that like sex is basically a weapon. You gotta find someone you don't even know, but then even after you have sex with them, you gotta tell them what's going on. If they don't believe you, what's the point? Because they're gonna die, and then it's gonna move on. So I like the concept. So I like the characters. I like this. What's his name? Paul. He's pining for Jay, and by the end, they do get together. Oh, the ending. I like the ending because it's so uncertain, right? So what happens is, after the big finale, there's a finale at the pool where they're gonna electrocute it, but it's smart. It shows up in the form of her dad and starts throwing the stuff into the pool, and they're able to throw a towel over it, shoot it, knock it into the pool. It goes after her, shoot it again, and I think it's dead. Just in case Jay and Paul have sex, then Paul goes to a hooker or prostitute, and you don't really see that he does it, so you don't really know if he passed it on. You don't really know. Anyway, if he did, you don't know what he told him or whatever. But the end scene has Jay and Paul walking down the sidewalk, right, holding hands, and just in the distance, you can see someone following behind. Oh, the sound! I can tell you the sound. Whenever this thing is like coming, there's this. Like a footstep sound. It's a slow, footstep sound. Does that mean that you know that's us know that something's coming? I think they can hear it too, or she can hear it. Now, when you're infected, you're the only one that can see it, and whoever passes it on to you can see it, but no one else can. So, yeah, let's get to the negatives, okay? The negatives is this. Well, I like the concept, the idea of passing it on to someone. If you say, "Oh, I don't know this person, I don't care if they die," you pass it on to them, and you gotta tell them what's going on. If they don't believe you, then they're gonna die quicker than anything, and it's gonna come back for you anyway. So that's a little bit of the downside. So you gotta find a way for them to believe you so they can pass it on, or it's just gonna, you know. It's gonna go after you again if they end up dead, you know? What else? Okay, the nakedness, alright? I admire some nudity, you know? Boobies, butt cheeks, that sort of thing. And they do use that. They use, like, there's the first shape it takes is a naked woman, which ends up being Hugh, or I forgot his name. Hugh's mother going after them, and then when it takes the form of Greg's mother, you see like a nipple booby there, and there's some other shapes where it takes nudity. You know, you get like a half naked woman in the kitchen going after her, that type of thing. But there's one thing, and this doesn't make sense anyway, is that, you know, it's slowly walking to them, right? To her. There's a scene where they decide to go to the pool area, this pool that they were when they were kids, right? he and Nicoletta start to drive, and she looks up, and on the roof is a naked dude. Just butt naked standing there. It's far away, so you can't really see the package, but it's a butt naked dude, full frontal, just standing there. And it's like, how long was he standing there? Did he just get to the house? How long has he been there? Because why didn't he try to attack? I don't understand. It's a nice trick to see someone standing on the roof, just waiting for them. But how long was he there? Why didn't he just go in and attack them? That's just kind of confusing. All in all, I really enjoyed this movie. I can't think of any other negatives. That's why I'm going on. Well, actually, there's no negative. It's with Greg, right? As soon as it was transferred to her, and she woke up, the thing started coming after them right away. And it was following her everywhere. And she passes it on to Greg, and it's been like a couple days pass. A few days pass, and then it shows up. So how does that make sense? Maybe it took a while to get from the beach to there, but it's a little iffy. That's really all I have for negative. So all in all, guys, I really enjoyed this movie. I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. 8 out of 10 for me. What are your thoughts on It Follows? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease.